Okay, this is the Chapter 2 pretest, and we've got three sections we're going to look at: finding equations, writing equations, and equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. Now, the first unit, actually, or the first part of Chapter 2, actually links in very closely to what we did with Unit 1. So when we're going to try and write the equation of a line, we're going to try in most cases write it in slope-intercept form. So we're going to look for where is that y-intercept, where does it cross the y-axis, and we're also going to try and work out the slope. So to work out the slope, we're just going to count the squares. It goes up 2 and across 1. And if we work out what 2 over 1 is, we find that it's 2. And therefore our equation is y equals 2x minus 1. Remember, slope-intercept form means that the slope has an x next to it, or the number in front of the x tells you the slope, and the other number tells you the y-intercept. Now I'm going to skip to number 3. I'm going to leave number 2 and 4 until the end because they're special cases because they're horizontal and vertical lines. So number 3, I can see it goes through 3 on the y-axis. So I'm going to give that a positive 3. And I can see for this one, it goes down 1 and across 2. So to show that it goes down, I give it a negative number. So the slope for that line is negative 1/2. And therefore the equation is negative 1/2 x plus 3. Let's take a look at numbers 5 and 6. Now I can see this one goes through the origin, or 0. So I could put plus 0, but you're not going to see that on the SLR or on any test. This one appears to go up 3 and across 1. And 3 divided by 1 is 3. So our equation is y equals 3x plus 0. Even better with it just being plus 0. Even better if we just put 3x. So when we don't have any number after our x's, that tells us that it passes through the origin. Now I can see it's the same for number 6. As it goes through 0, I'm just going to leave that part alone. I'm not going to put the plus 0 this time. This one appears to go down 1 across 1. So negative 1 over 1. And negative 1 over 1 is negative 1. So our equation could just be y equals negative 1x. Similarly for x, if it's 1x, we don't actually need to put the 1 at all. So we could actually just put y equals negative x. Now let's go back to our special cases, the horizontal and the vertical line. The two key words that we learned were hoy, and I'm picking this one H for horizontal, and for the vertical line, that word flux. Now remember what these tell you. This tells you the slope of this line is 0, but it also tells you the equation is y equals, but it's just a single number, and it's the number that it passes through on the y-axis, so just y equals 1. Similarly for this one, this is a vertical line. It has undefined slope, that's the u. The x tells you the equation starts with x equals, and we just look which number does it pass through on the x-axis. So x equals 2. Now also remember, if you need to, if you're not sure if you think this is actually right or not, you can actually check your answer on the calculator as well. So if I go to graph, and let me check that horizontal one. It says y equals at the top, so I'm just going to put y equals 1. I'm going to press execute twice. And you can see that it draws the picture for you, so you can actually check your answer if you're unsure if you did your picture correct or not.